According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Association, approximately 12% of children live with a parent who abuses drugs or alcohol. I myself was a part of this 12%, and I can say it's scary to be around a parent who abuses substances. The kids who are in these households can suffer from a multitude of mental illnesses, including but not limited to child neglect, depression at a young age, and trust issues. The children in these households can also become a substance addict themselves. My mother had this friend, let's call her Tina. Tina had 3 kids, but she was also severely addicted to meth. Her kids were all marijuana addicts before the age of 18. The youngest is now 16, I believe. This family was aggressive and would do almost anything to get more substances. Tina is now almost a year sober, and her family all quit marijuana and drugs after they saw what it did to her. Drugs aren't the only substance that could do this to a child. Alcohol is another major issue. Parents who are on alcohol can become unpredictable and aggressive, which can lead to neglect and abusing the child. The Institute of Medicine and National Resource Council stated that children who live in households with a parent who abuses drugs or alcohol has a higher chance of being neglected or abused than children in other households. This abuse can be either physical, emotional, or in rare cases, sexual. These children also have a much higher risk of becoming substance addicts. Out of a group of 14 random students, 28% of them said that they lived with a parent who abused drugs or alcohol, myself included. My mother was addicted to opioids after a surgery she had a few years back. When she was on these opioids, she was distant, hard to reach, and it all in all felt like she wasn't there. My mother is now completely recovered from this, and she's taught me that all substances, whether legal or non-legal, should never be used around a child. Otherwise, drastic things could happen that no parent wants to experience. If I were you, I'd use this information to explain to people and convince them not to smoke, not to drink, and especially not to use drugs around any sort of child. Thank you for listening.